Hi, I'm Dr. John Gaudet. I'm a pediatrician in Hattiesburg and president of the Mississippi chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics. And I wanted to talk to you today about the struggles that many families are having with children being at home and doing homeschool and distance learning, and parents having to stay home from work and do electronic work or work from home. It can be hard to manage all those schedules. Normally you're working at your office while the children are in school, and now all of a sudden we're all thrown into the same pot, trying to get everything accomplished at once. It can lead to problems. It can lead to stress. Parents have to get the work done. The kids need to get their schoolwork done. That stress can lead to sometimes behavioral problems in the children, mood disturbances, anger outbursts, temper tantrums, being sad, withdrawn, even signs of being depressed or anxious. Parents, same thing. All of these routines are disrupted with all of these changes going on, trying to manage everything at once. Their stress is leading to mood changes and even some anxiety or depression. We've talked a little about managing those symptoms in other videos, which can be helpful, and encourage you to look at those. But what about preventing, trying to manage some of that stress is something that I wanted to talk about today. If you're doing work from home with homeschooling and distance learning, it's so important to have a schedule. Work out how you're going to manage your day. Write it down on a piece of paper and put it on the refrigerator so everybody can see. If you've got multiple kids and even multiple adults who are going to be needing the computer and needing to have some guidance and some time. Small kids, the teachers will tell you, try to do their work in small packets, maybe even no more than about 20 minutes at a time, with a good 10 minutes of exercise afterwards. Older kids can use their time, it can put more work in their packets of time that they use the computer. But you also want to have time scheduled for taking breaks, getting a snack, and getting some physical activity. Of course, your work schedule, you may have scheduled meetings, and those will, of course, take priority. Try to have the smaller kids with their work early in the morning when they're still fresh, right after they're up and had breakfast. And by the way, getting up on time and having a schedule with meal times is very important. In terms of media consumption for your kids, after they get done with their schoolwork, they may want to be watching TV or using the computer. You probably have rules on media consumption. It's going to be hard to stick to those rules. Do the best you can. Try to have some scheduled game time or activities, some outdoor time. There's a website that's helpful for parents who want to look into what kinds of media would be appropriate for kids. It's called commonsensemedia.org. If you go to that website, they can give you some guidance about things that you can do in order to monitor what kind of electronic media or video games or websites or TV shows or movies your child is getting exposure to. So I hope those are the points that will be to take home, and that is keep a schedule, get up, get dressed, eat breakfast, schedule some time for snacks, of course meals, and exercise. Try to make a schedule for using the computer and getting work and school done. Although it's going to be impossible to stick to it perfectly, do the best you can. If you have any problems or concerns, call your pediatrician or your primary care provider. I'm sure they can be happy to help. These doctors are also, many of us are performing office visits through telehealth, where we can talk and even have some face-to-face time. My name is John Gaudet. I'm a pediatrician in Hattiesburg. Thank you for listening.